Smith and the Chiefs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Smith. And that is incomplete here.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Smith going to leave it to Hunt on the draw. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. And coming out now, the Broncos. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 22. Now a 1st down throw. Keenum. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, 52. 22. 22.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Keenum. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. This is Freeman. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Royce Freeman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Out is as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Check four. Good list. Orange. Double. Regular.
Smith going to give this one to Hunt. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, Smith. And going deep for Hill. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Smith with a give to Hunt. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, back up. Hey, 35.
Throwing on third down, Smith. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And an alley to run. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. And he'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to
from the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Nice play. Roger. Stand down. 22. Stand down.
On first and 10, Keenum. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. That one goes for 24 yards. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Now to the left, it's complete to Dodson. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now here comes Kansas City. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hey, orange! Orange!
After the interception, here's Keenum. He goes underneath to Freeman. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Completes it right side to Dodson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Keenum now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
22. Stand down. Very left. Stay high.
From the gun, it's Keenum finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, here's Keenum. And his throw is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Roger, Roger, Roger. Down. Hey, go, Roger. Roger, Roger, Roger. Brown to that hot.
Keenum throwing once more. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Very left, very left. Right. Round 20. Hey, orange.
Throwing again is Keenum. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards on the play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Keenum again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Royce Freeman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they're going to bring him down just past the 15, and a flag down as well. Now, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got 0 benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
You got 15.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Room past the 20. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Tiger. Regular. Double, double, double. Rip Liz.
From the gun, here's Smith. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here's Smith now on second down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They had to catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Double, double, double. Front, front.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. On first down, it's Smith. And going deep for Hill. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. On first down, Keenum. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the interception, here's Smith. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. And he puts it through. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, a nice spin. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Jam, jam. Hey, orange, orange. Orange, orange.
On second down, here's Keenan. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Flush to his right. And out of bounds right around the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Keenan. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Josh Doxson, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos will extend their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Let's go. Let's go. 15.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Good Liz. Orange.
2nd and 10, Smith again. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. It's a foot race. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. In for the score. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Roger. Hey, go, Roger.
Working from the gun, Keenum. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Jam. Very left. Jam. Jam.
Now a first down throw. Keenum firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Hey, 52. Hey, orange. Mike, check, 59. Roger. Okay.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Hunt. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Pulled in at the 24. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Jam, jam. Roger, roger, roger. 53. Hey, go, Roger.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, that's Freeman. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Hey, orange, orange! Orange, orange! Roger, roger, roger!
On 1st down, Keenum swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on 1st down is Keenum. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Jackson with a grab over the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Keenum now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Jam, jam. 22. 22. Hey, orange, orange. Orange, orange.
Again, Keenum. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 27.
52.
After the interception, here's Keenum. He's got his man. This is Jackson. A very solid gain of 27. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
There's Freeman, and he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Down.
Throwing on third down, Keenum. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Stand down. Let's go, Roger.
On 1st down, it's Keenum. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Very left.
On 2nd and 10, Keenum. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Very left. Let's go. Hey, orange.
Now Keenum again. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Here goes Todd. Right 20. Hey, orange. Heavy on the edges. Hold the ball. Hold. Stand down. Roger. Check. Roger.
They do snap it to Keenum. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here. Not done in the 4th. Following the fumble recovery, Smith. And going deep for Hill. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Flexing his muscle at the 30. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A very solid gain of 27. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
McManus now for the extra point. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
On 3rd down, it's Hunt, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Here's Keenum to throw. It's brought in by Dodson. That's up a 1st and goal. He's been the go.